We're going to start off by washing our hands and taking our jewelry off because it's going to get messy. Make a little amount of flour and drop some eggs in there. Depending on how much dough you want to make, I just put 4 eggs along with a little bit of olive oil and salt. You don't have to be precise here. You're making pasta. Now mix that together with a fork until you can't really mix it anymore and start kneading it with your hands. It will start off very shaggy, but after a little bit of time it will come together. And mine was a little bit dry, so you can just add a little bit of water if yours does the same. You're going to need for a good 10 to 15 minutes. It is very tiring, but I have fun with it, and I am running out of time, so I'm going to make a part 2. Now just let it sit for an hour in some plastic wrap. Welcome back to Making Pasta with me. Also, Arj is here now. So you're going to want to start off by dusting everything down and laminating your dough, which is rolling it a bit, folding it into thirds, and then rolling again. Do that a good 4 or 5 times. Now, by the way, we're sponsored by Peace Tea because that shit tastes good, and why the hell not? Now we're going to want to roll out your dough until it's really thin and you can see your hand through it, and then you can trim the edges if you would like, and roll it into a little tube, and then cut it as thick or thin as you want. I did my dough a little bit too thick, so that kind of sucks, but it's okay, it still tastes good. Now you're going to want to cut it into the strips and lay it out into a ball and toss it with a bit of flour and nest it into your plate. At this point, you could also put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it for later, and then you'll have fresh pasta whenever you want. I am running out of time though, so I will post part 3 in a few seconds on how to make the sauce. Hello and welcome back to Making Pasta Aglioli with me. This is part 3 on how to make the sauce itself. First, you're going to want to thinly slice 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, along with chopping some parsley and putting it off on the side to make sure it is ready for when you're making the sauce. Now you're going to want to salt a pot of boiling water along with some olive oil or any type of oil, and bring it to a rolling boil before dropping your pasta in, which will only cook in about 90 seconds because it is fresh pasta. It cooks very quickly, maybe 2 minutes if you froze it and you're reheating it. Next, you're going to want to put some oil in the bottom of a pan, heat it up a little bit, and drop your garlic in. And then you're going to want to drop your pasta in after it browns for a second with some parsley and your lemon juice and some salt and pepper, and then mix it and give it a little bit of tossing to emulsify it. Then plate it up